Hello and welcome back, guys, to another special and exciting chess game. This one was played in 1953 in Moscow, and it was played between Boncho Smolovsky, who was playing as white, and his opponent was Baranova. As you saw from the thumbnail, this game contains a truly spectacular checkmate and a truly brilliant combination I'm sure you will enjoy. So without further ado, we'll go straight into the game. The game opened up with e4 for white. We have e5, knight to f3, and with knight to f6 we are in Petrov's defense. White continues with d4, although one of the main moves in today's theory is to pick up this pawn, and after this d6, knight to c3, and knight picks up on e4, d4 in d5 is the way you usually play Petrov's defense, but after knight to f6, White decided to play for d4, the so-called Steinitz attack in the Petrov's defense. We have e takes on d4, e5, this is all theory. Knight jumps to e4, which is better than knight jumping on d5, and right now we have queen picking up on d4 by theory. Now best move here is to go for d5, and after e takes on d6, knight picks up on d6. In the game, White continued his development with the bishop to d3. Queen e7 check is not the best move. After bishop to d3, a recommended move is to actually go for knight to c6, immediately attacking this queen, but queen to e7 is slightly weaker. After bishop to e3, black continues with knight to f5, right now forking these two pieces, which is again not the best move, because after bishop takes on f5, bishop takes on f5, white continues with knight to c3, and now you might be wondering, castle, this just leaves this pawn free for taking. In the game, a queen to b4 was played, but of course I will show you what would happen if after knight to c3 you decide to pick up this pawn. Firstly, now this allows White's knight to jump, which would White immediately do with knight to d5. After queen to d7, the best response, you would continue with knight to e5, another knight jumps in, attacks the queen. After queen to d6, a rook to c1, pressuring this bishop. The best defense here is to actually give up this bishop here. If you decide to pull away, this is a complete devastation, because knight takes on c7 and goodbye to your game. After knight to c6, this is the best reply. You go knight picks up on c6, and after b takes on c6, knight takes on c7 check, and after queen takes on c7, a rook picks up on c2, and you have a much more favorable endgame. Your king is still in the center. This is weak. White already has open files, and it's just a matter of time where black's position will completely collapse. So after knight to c3, black knew that he cannot take, and he went for queen to b4, immediately going for an endgame. He wanted to trade this. Of course, queen to e5, white doesn't want to do that. We have bishop to e6, and right now long castle. It looks kind of risky, but actually it is completely safe. As you can see, black is lacking in development, king is still in the center, and white wants to attack. Knight to c6 right now, pressuring this queen. And we have queen picking up on c7 here. This was the pretty much only move and the best move here for black. There is no other thing. You have to develop your knight, and you have to give up this pawn. After queen to c7, rook to c8, and queen to f4. White now wants to go into an endgame. Since he is a pawn up, he feels like this is the right way to go. Black of course refuses, and he wants to keep the queens on the board with the idea to maybe create some sort of a counter attack, jumping knight here, maybe aiming at this pawn, and there is some chances here for black. We have queen to g5 right now, again offering the queen for a trade and also aiming at this square here. We have queen to a6, black refuses, and we have rook h to e1 now played for white. Knight to b4, and right now it seems like position is completely fine here with this move, which now threatens to take this pawn, but white ignores this and he plays a queen knight to d4 here, and creates a really brilliant combination. Now in the game, a rook takes on c3 was played, which is a mistake, but if you don't see, if b takes on c3 is played, then knight to a2 check, king to d2, and right now this position is equal. After knight to c3 sacrifice, king takes, bishop to b4 check, king takes on b4, and right now you have a perpetual check here with queen to a2. This is the way to draw this game. You have to be really careful. After rook to c3, black probably thought that this will be a draw with this forced line, but he missed a brilliant combination. I'm guessing you notice now and you know what white played here from the thumbnail. He played a brilliant queen to d8 check. The only move here is to pick up this king takes on d8, and right now we have knight picking up on e6 with a double check. If you go king to f8, then rook to d8 is a checkmate. So after knight picks up on e6, the only remaining square to go. Of course, if you go king here, then what would follow is knight to g7 check. And after bishop takes on g7, bishop g5 check. And now you can block, you can do whatever you want. You have to move your king, or you can block this double check. For example, if bishop to e5, rook d8 is a checkmate right now here, and as you can see, black's position is in crumbles. So you have to be careful. You cannot go king to e8, you cannot go king to c8. After knight to e6, what else can you do? Well, you can go king to e7, but right now white finds another brilliant bishop g5 move check. If king to e8, of course, rook to d8 is a checkmate, so you have to go for f6, and in this position after knight to d8 and a check, this is where black resigned the game. Spectacular move here played by white, and right now there is no way of stopping the checkmate. You can go queen to e6, for example, rook picks up on e6 is a checkmate. After knight to d8 check, you can go with rook to e3, and after rook picks up on e3, again this king has no free squares to go. You have to give up your queen, and rook picks up on e6 is a checkmate. Truly spectacular win here for white. Black completely missed this brilliant tactic and lost the game in a spectacular fashion here. And this was all I prepared for you today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video with other people who enjoy chess, because this really helps me a lot with growing my channel. If you wish, of course, I always invite you to comment on this video and to give me your opinion about the analysis, and if I've missed something. Did you have this or similar positions in the game? Truly one of the prettiest games, I believe, on this channel we ever looked. Wonderful checkmate, a wonderful combination. If you wish, you can also support me by donating. Of course, this is completely optional. I will continue making videos. And also, if you want to improve at chess, you can always check the link in the description of this video. I'm a part of chess community that will really help you advance in all of the chess aspects, in openings, middle games, end games, and of course chess tactics, chess strategy, and everything else you might find in the game of chess. So do check it out. I invite you. You will truly enjoy it. And thank you guys as always for watching this game, and we will see each other in the next video. I wish you a pleasant night. Bye bye.